welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Cambo Campbell.
What's going on, Nelson?
Cambo.
Yeah.
Occasionally I like to bring this up.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you, how's it going? This is a terrible intro line from yourself.
I know, but I've now decided it's my catchphase.
Okay. Well.
So if we are to get like merchandising and t-shirts made, mine will say, what's going on, Nelson?
Okay. No one's going to buy that.
I will.
Yeah.
And I'll wear it while saying it to you.
Oh.
Because then it's inescapable.
Okay.
Even if you don't listen to me say it, you have to look at me and you'll see it again.
Yeah, that's something. I'm going to get a Reddit on Reddit t-shirt. And it's just going to be a big finger. And you can just look at that.
Without branding.
While I give you the finger.
I would like that because we've had people send in billboards of things they think should be noted from the show.
Rowan, but yes.
Mainly Rowan. But maybe one that just says, what's going on, Nelson? And we'll put it up somewhere between our house and where you work. And then
I get a new job.
Every day.
Don't care what I'm doing. Go on the other side of town.
Oh, yeah. I workshop things for a while, but it always defaults to the same thing.
Yeah. The reason why, actually, I thought about this time is I was listening to another podcast, and the host introed his guest host or a co-host, rather, in the exact same way I do, introduces himself and then says his name. And the guy's like, hey. And I was like, that's all you need.
Well, weirdly, I don't expect you to ever answer it either.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, what's going on, Nelson? I never expect you to be like, well, actually.
It's pretty hard to not answer there. I'll give you that.
I would be fine if you blew past it. If I was like, hey, what's going on, Nelson? You're like, anyway, this week.
Yeah.
But do you think listeners would be like, oh, that was rude?
Yeah, that Nelson guy.
Okay. Well, next week, I'll just say hello.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Anyway, if you're a new listener, apologies about that.
Just a little bit of housekeeping we could have done off mic.
Yeah.
But if you are a new listener, we do like to bring you in behind the curtain here.
Once we've pressed the record button,
we don't need to stop until the end of the theme at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Come hell or high water, we shan't edit.
If the computer fails, that's a time, I guess, when it will stop. But
yeah. And we always have the conversation. Do we finish?
Yeah.
Or is this just a lost one? And luckily, I don't think we've had a lost one yet.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Look, maybe. But one day it might happen.
Yeah. Anywho, let's get into Reddit on Reddit.
Okay.
I
feel like you were avoiding getting started by this preamble because this is something you did confess to me at the beginning.
Yeah.
You're not positive on the first one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've just got a topic really that has breached Reddit news. There's been tears of sadness across Reddit. Do you know why? Do you have any inkling?
No idea.
Well, you're an insensitive bastard, I would so to say. Because Cambo Grumpy Cat.
Passed away.
He passed away.
Yeah, that was very sad.
Poor cat.
I saw a fantastic little cartoon of it said, rest in peace, Grumpy Cat. And it had a little picture of Grumpy Cat in cat heaven and all the cats sitting around and whatnot. And it just said, I thought there would be more. Like, perfect. Yeah, that's so good.
Good. You win the meme war.
Yeah.
I also saw one of Stanley holding Grumpy Cat. I think in real life it happened.
Right.
I don't know why he was holding him, but
Stanley
I was like,
loved a bit of publicity.
They're probably together now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's nice. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
We believe in science and not the soul and the afterlife. So they're both dead in the ground.
But maybe buried in a similar proximity.
Maybe.
Like globally, they're speaking.
Yeah.
Like maybe both in California.
Yeah. But it was sad.
Yeah, that is sad.
Sad
Yeah,
news.
poor Grumpy Cat.
I bet I didn't tell you this. I mean, we're pretty good friends, but I probably don't keep you up to date with like everything I'm doing.
Well, I mean, weekly you do, generally.
I
feel like weirdly this is our catch-up every week.
Yeah, normally. But, okay, so...
Fill me in, though. What have you been doing?
Talking about dead cats.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks ago, I had to put down my family's cat.
Oh, Buffy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I had to put down Buffy.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
That's quite sad.
Yeah.
Well, you don't seem super cut up about it.
It's surprisingly, right? I normally don't elicit emotion about these things.
Villain of the show.
Yeah. About animals in particular.
Yeah.
Don't need them. But I got really sad when I had to put down the cat. I was like, it sort of feels wrong. Like, she was really old and she had like dementia and stuff. And but it just kind of felt weird. I was like, how do we have the right to say whether an animal's had enough?
Yeah.
You know, like, they're a bit under the weather.
But then
give them an injection.
Yeah. Then this is a heavy topic to start a show with.
Yeah.
But then what is your argument on euthanasia then? Or like being able to unplug someone that's in a coma? Because that's essentially you saying to another human being,
you've had enough.
I've had enough fun, unplug.
Yeah, well, I think normally, I mean, I'm all for euthanasia. I think, should be able to get that, but my dad has this thing that he says once anybody hits 70, they should be compulsory euthanasia. Wow. I mean, I think it's murder.
No,
if they don't want it to happen.
Also, it is the plot of Logan's Run, but delayed several years. Logan's Run was when people turned 30.
Right.
They would ascend, but then the twist in the end of that movie is they weren't. They were just dying.
Yes.
But that movie posited that wasn't a good thing. Your dad's saying they just got the number wrong.
Yeah. I bet you in that world there was less, less traffic jams and stuff caused by old people.
Probably it's a bit of a sci-fi dystopian
shorter lines.
Future in Logan's Run, but Logan's Run had the very unfortunate timing to either come out the year before or the year of Star Wars.
Right.
So largely unremembered because when you talk about sci-fi movies and it came out just before Star Wars, no one really, I guess, remembers it. But your dad would be creeping closer and closer to that age.
Oh, he's very close. And it's funny
because
he's joked
steady?
about this since I can
because he's probably originally
memories.
He's probably like, I'm 40, that's ages away. 70, everyone's gonna die. Yeah. But he's still holding strong in that.
But no, he's still holding strong. He's like 60, let's say 3.
Okay. In the next couple years, your family might have to do some kind of watch of your dad. Like he won't be able to be left home alone.
I'll be like, I don't know. He wants to do it. He don't mind to stop somebody. I pro euthanasia. I mean, normally there has to be something wrong with the person, admittedly.
Like hitting the ripe old age of 70.
Yeah. I mean, it's all downhill from there.
Is this where you imagine this conversation going? When you think, what I want to do is I'll mention Grumpy Cat up top. Yeah. That should that'll spark a euthanasia debate.
Yeah.
About my dad committing suicide in several years' time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, euthanasia is just a pretty way to say suicide, right?
Yeah, assisted suicide is the other name, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be assisted though.
That's true.
Or is that a definition that legally it has to be assisted?
To be euthanasia.
Does it need to be someone else? Yeah, does it need to be someone else putting you to death? Because then if you just do it, it's suicide.
Okay. Oh, yeah, maybe. That's it. And if it's just one other person, that's murder.
Yeah, that's true.
If you don't know about it. It's about the parties involved that know about it. If you know about it, suicide. If you and somebody else knows about it, euthanasia.
Yep.
If just somebody else knows about it,
murder.
I'm glad we've cleared that up. There's probably a lot of people out there thinking about that.
That's true. I'm sure Grumpy Cat has stirred a lot of thoughts and existential, crisis in people, and hopefully,
I
was going to say, hopefully, our words were some kind of guiding light,
towards
a resolution.
In this dark
now
time.
It's very cleared up. Grumpy Cat, it's either euthanasia, murder, or suicide.
Imagine if it was suicide. Grumpy Cat is committed suicide. He was just too grumpy.
Yeah. He'd had enough.
His milk bowl was empty. too many days in a row. Anyway.
Yes.
I think he was only 7 as well. Grumpy cat.
That is quite young for a cat.
That's really young.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cat was like 17, I think.
All right, brag.
Yeah, my family cat that I killed, the ripe old age of 17.
Jesus.
Anyway, I want to say it was quite sad. I cried. I didn't even think I'd cry.
Yeah, no, that's a human emotion.
Yeah.
Nelson. You should feel sad when your family cat passes
It's
away.
weird.
You shouldn't be confused
But the thing
why you
was-
felt sad about that.
the
Even
thing
though you
was-
hadn't seen it in a little while because you don't live there, it's still a sad thing.
I didn't see her for like quite a while, but also, like, she was never a friendly cat. She was never I've been going around to a few places recently when I have to do routine inspections for work.
Yeah.
And there was 2 households that had cats, and I just like loved the shit out of me as soon as I walked in.
Yeah.
Just like wanted pats on the. I was like, my cat was never like this. It's like there was no love really from that cat.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's sad. Let's get into Ask Reddit.
Okay.
Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit.
To be fair, that was your Reddit on Reddit, and it's
Yeah.
not credited to anyone in particular.
Well, there was lots of people that posted
Okay.
about him, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to give
everyone credit.
everyone credit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, this one is by Menfo. What is your opinion? What? Never mind. Let me start that again.
Okay.
What is, in your opinion, the biggest flaw of the human body?
The biggest flaw of the human body.
Yep.
I mean, in general, on my human body, because there'd be different answers for both.
Okay. Well, I mean, give us different answers.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go gender skewed.
Okay.
I'd love a rib cage around the balls.
Yeah. Okay.
I understand that they have to be outside of the body for temperature reasons.
Yeah.
I understand and accept that.
Yeah.
But, normally vital organs in your body will kind of provide protection of some description.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying a thin skin
Yeah.
isn't protection enough.
I think his problem with this
Yeah.
is my thoughts is that like how tight around the scrotum is the rib cage, because those bad boys need to breathe.
Yeah, no, it'd be similar to lung and rib.
You can,
Right.
yeah, but I imagine so much
'Cause you-
smaller. It would be maybe more brittle.
Look,
I don't know.
everyone's balls,
and I can't feel my lungs, but I can feel my balls.
like right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling my balls right now.
So all it is because you're right. The bones would have to be smaller and thinner, but it's just a padding.
It's a flaw. It's a flaw.
It's a padding between
Yeah.
someone kicking you and maybe you.
Yeah. Maybe like a muscle. Why couldn't it just be
Yeah,
like
okay.
maybe surrounded by muscle? So you could just
Yeah.
tense if you're about to get kicked.
Oh, that would be good. I'd love to be able to tense my balls.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Okay, yeah.
That's
You-
going on a billboard.
You've
I would love to be able to tense my balls.
you've improved on my idea,
Okay,
but I think the idea of protection around scrotums is an important one for men.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
On the other hand, women have the menstrual cycle, which seems
Oh, that sucks.
painful.
Yeah.
So
Don't get that.
get rid of that.
Get
Get rid of that for them.
Put
Put some muscles on our
some
balls.
muscle around our balls. Yeah, that's
And when I say
true.
get rid of
Women-
that, like I still want women to be able to have the ability to have babies. I just want that to be
get rid of that.
available.
That's a whole problem in itself. There's so many complications that can go wrong during pregnancy. And, and it's painful to give birth. Get rid of that.
Human race ends with us.
Yeah. But
It's not going to get better.
for the last generation that's alive, they're loving life.
Think of the resources. We'll have so many.
Yeah.
We're always talking about running out of resources, but if
Yeah.
we're like, but
We're the last
yeah,
generation.
like, oh, we've actually got heaps there.
It'll be like a challenge to get through all the resources. Be like, oh, may as well.
yeah.
Maybe we could just grow, like IVF, but just outsource the entire process.
This seems to be turning into the Matrix just a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do what the Rebels did. Those little pods.
Yeah. And then would you want to be plugged into the Matrix and not aware? Or would you want to be living in the real world, having those weird orgies underground?
I want to be plugged into the Matrix, but aware.
Oh, okay. So you want the special abilities.
Yeah, but I don't want to, I don't want to stop it.
In
fact,
but you just want to know.
Like Cypher says in Matrix, he says, ignorance is bliss.
Yes, yeah. I don't think that was coined from Cypher in the Matrix, that saying. I think that's a famous philosophy.
I'm linking it all together, Kemper. I know that he wasn't the one that said it.
So you'd like to be plugged into the Matrix, but aware that you're in the Matrix. And occasionally would you visit a white void with 2 chairs and have a bit of a chat?
Yeah, that guy seemed boring. The architect.
I know, I was talking about the original Matrix with sometimes Morpheus and Neo would just sit in a white void. And he'd be like, you're in the mind, Neo, here's some guns.
Yeah, that's true. I do want to have a moment where I can say, guns. Lots of guns. Yeah. And then a whole bunch of guns come out of nowhere.
Yeah, okay. You should see the new John Wick.
I've heard that. It's in the trailer. I'm like, I love that they stole that line. Anyway, that went on a bit of a Matrix tangent. I'd like to...
How would you improve the human body? The Matrix.
But
that was really off topic.
Here's the thing that I would like to fix. For one, I don't want the ability to be able to bite the inside of my mouth in any place. Don't want to be able to bite my tongue or my cheeks. It's so annoying.
I would also
if you bite your cheek once, you bite it forever and ever because it just swells and then it's so dumb.
No one ever bites their cheek just once. You bite it, you're like, oh, damn it. And then about 5 minutes later, you do it again. It's so weird.
And it's annoying because you're not even necessarily eating anything. You're
no.
like, why? My jaw's just moving. And I bit myself again. It's a big flaw in the human body.
Also, if we're in the mouth region,
the
ability to not have burns on the roof of your mouth would be great.
I've got one at the moment. So annoying.
Rookie mistake.
So annoying. Every time though I blame myself. Like that is annoying that you can burn the top of your mouth.
And to be fair, 100% of the times it is the person's fault.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like that's annoying, but it's 100% my fault. Like I could avoid it. I could make sure that the hot food I put in my mouth is cooler, but I just want to eat so much and so fast. And the last one I have. This, I think, is definitely a flaw.
Yeah.
Tonsils? Whoever designed us, and I mean God, obviously.
Obviously.
Hiccups. Why put that? That's unnecessary.
What service do they provide?
Why
because even getting sick, I understand. That's your body flushing things out for you. But hiccups. What are they doing?
Yeah. It's just the worst thing. It's so annoying when you have them. And you can't get rid of them.
No,
there is no trick. Okay,
despite what people will have you believe.
What's the saying of the rule?
Thought getting scared would work? That's some medieval put leeches on it kind of solution.
Yeah.
Oh, hiccups! You need to be scared.
Yeah.
You'll scare them away.
I think this is what happened. There was a guy, mother and father. And they had a little daughter. This is back in medieval times, by the way.
Yeah.
And
leeches everywhere.
Leeches everywhere. The daughter has the hiccups, right? And it's at nighttime. And also at the same time, could you believe it?
Yeah.
The mother and father were real into BDSM. Okay, just get with me here, right?
Yeah.
So the guy is in a gimp costume.
Ye olde gimp costume,
and
instead of a zip, it's like a little a thread through the mouth that you have to sew up.
Yeah, and then the little girl comes in, and she's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And then she sees the gimp,
right?
And he goes, "Oh my god!" And he says, "How am I going to explain this to her? I know. I'll tell her. It was just about." If you scare somebody with hiccups, they won't have them anymore.
Right.
I think that is pretty plausible as to the explanation of how that came to be. Can you see any flaws in that? Because I don't think I can.
It's watertight. I think for sure. It's watertight.
Seems pretty logical to me.
How quickly you came up with that scenario, I'm very concerned about.
I've had that one in the back pocket for a while. To be honest with you,
because we play Dungeons and Dragons together. Yeah. And I now imagine that you're now scratching off that storyline. Yeah. You're like, well, I can't use D&D anymore. I've always had that one in the back pocket for ages, but my other game, I can circle it, actually.
No, I'm gonna come up with it, and you'll be like, oh, it's because he thought about it that one time on the podcast. But really, it was there all along. Anyway, Kemba, I have another one for you.
Okay.
This is by Pineapple 192. If somebody from the year 1900 mysteriously appeared next to you right now, what would be the first thing you would show them to get the biggest reaction?
Oh, the biggest reaction. Weirdly, this is interesting to no one but us.
Yep.
We had a play idea once that was essentially this story.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
In which we had some very funny Scientology jokes.
Yeah, did we? I can't even remember. I remember you had a joke where he punches a hole in the wall to get the copper out of the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was like, oh my God, there's copper in the wall.
No, there was going to be a joke where he's like, surely religion's not a thing. You would have a religion based on science, some kind of science ideology. Do you have this? And they were like, well, we do, but it's not what you think.
It's
actually crazier than normal religion if you believe such a thing.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to be smartphone, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the smartphone is one of the game-changing inventions for the last few years, and I think that people don't realize just how big it is.
Yeah.
But it does everything. What name something your smartphone can't do?
Microwave popcorn.
I reckon you could. There are microwaves available that you can set off from your phone.
Probably it could power a microwave.
But I'm saying like because everything now, every new version of whatever comes out is smartphone enabled in some way.
Yeah.
And it's creeping its way into everything. So I'm assuming that if you were to buy some top of the line microwave now, you could start it from your phone.
Yeah, okay. All right. I see what you mean.
So your smartphone is now connected to everything.
Yeah, okay.
And it can kind of do anything, and it has all the information ever in the world in it.
Yes.
So I think if you were to see this device that we all have in our pockets, you can see anything you want to see, you can read anything you want to read, and it has every bit of information ever. And now look, I'm doing popcorn in the microwave.
That's okay. That's pretty good, right? And if you were standing next to him, that would get a big reaction.
Yeah.
But then I would say, check out my dong. And then,
are they muscles around your testicles? Yes, they are.
Yes, we improved the human body. And he's like, oh, because then you could tense. And we're like, yeah, you get it. No, okay. I was thinking along similar lines.
Yeah.
Okay, because, right, you show this person that.
Yep.
And they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. But like, how does that work? That's insane.
Uh-huh.
And so
because I'd have to be like, I don't know. I'll be honest, I have no idea.
Yeah. And then we'd have to be like, I mean, you probably couldn't explain everything that you know in 1900s. And they're like, I think pretty much everything.
How did a candle work? Well, there's a wick in the middle, and the wax kind of stops it burning so quickly.
But also it keeps it. Okay. I guess the world's got a lot more complicated. But I think you would say, well, I mean, I guess you'd have to Google it.
Or
but I'd be like,
I don't want to set off our Google Home, but you say the phrase,
yes.
Hello, Google, let's say. And then maybe that would also blow his mind.
Ah, that's true. We'd probably kill this poor fellow just with mind-blowing knowledge.
Yeah.
But I think
since we knew that and he didn't, that is murder.
Yeah, that's true. But I think like satellites is what I was getting to.
Yes.
Is like we put shit in the atmosphere in space, and you know what? And it works.
And can you imagine explaining...
Again, I can't explain that any further, but...
What we did is we took something from Earth and we put it into space. And he's like, what do you do with it? We look at Earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, even the concept of like, well, we sort of send signals up to it and then it sends signals down.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't sound impressive or necessary.
Was there something wrong with telephone wires? No, we still have them.
Yeah, we get
these are
work.
These are a different thing.
Yeah. But I think just the concept of putting something in outer space is pretty crazy, pretty weird. But I think we could successfully get the biggest reaction from my penis, obviously. Yeah. Just want to remind you about that.
Okay.
I've got a huge penis. Let's move into Today I Learned. So now it's time for Today I Learned. What's the intro to that? Today I Learned. This Today I Learned is by Lurkmaster General. Today I learned a man was snorkeling off the coast of South Africa when an enormous bride's whale scooped him up in his mouth head first. The man felt pressure on his body, but soon realized he was too big for the whale to swallow him whole, which was kind of an instant relief, in quotation marks. Mm-hmm. The whale spat him out unharmed.
Wow. So a bride whale, they're not enormous if it
I
can't swallow a
imagine,
man whole.
yeah, I don't know like a bride man. I don't, aside from killer whale and blue whale, basically the rest I have no idea. But I imagine it's not that huge, but still.
I also imagine maybe because a lot of whales have like bristle teeth. So maybe that also is a factor of him not being crushed to death between teeth.
Right, yes.
If they have like a softer...
Do they chew, do they? Because I thought mainly they just swallowed whole.
Yeah, and I think, I'm basing this off like very little knowledge.
But free willing. Yeah. This is where my knowledge comes from.
And I think that they just swim and open their mouth and things go into their mouth and they close them again and swallow them whole. Yeah, so they don't really have to chew their food because it's like a lot of like small, like krypton and stuff like that. Yeah. Human beings. Or not in this case.
Oh, not in this case. I thought it was funny that it said he had instant relief. Like, could you imagine being swallowed by a whale and then go, oh no, oh wait a second, he can't. Oh, you can't swallow me. Oh, this is fine.
It is a lot of mental processing. And I think that he's embellished the story.
Yeah.
I think what happened is there was about 90 seconds of him being confused and screaming and then realizing that he was out. Then retelling the story. It's like, it's at that point I realized.
Yeah, I was fine.
He couldn't possibly swallow me and I was fine. I didn't scream at all.
Yeah, that's right. And he's like, and I came up with a new theory for relativity while I was in there. What an idiot. But I thought that's pretty good. Do you reckon, how do you reckon it would be? Okay, what is your understanding of if you got swallowed by a whale? What would that experience be like? You get swallowed, you're in its tum.
There's the tale of Jonah from the Bible.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be like that, where he lived
and
got out of the whale. I think you'd probably be crushed, like going down the throat.
Yeah, would you be...
And then if you weren't crushed, you would probably very quickly suffocate.
Yeah, see, I reckon the suffocation
or even drown.
Would be
I mean, I guess drowning is a form of suffocation.
Same sort of thing. No, but I was thinking more suffocation. Like, if there was air in there... For some reason, there probably wouldn't be.
Yeah. But whales don't have gills.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So there might be some air in there. But either way, you're not lasting long.
Yeah. Anyway, it'd be pretty rough.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
We're not afraid to say it either.
We're not afraid to say it.
We think getting eaten by a whale would be rough.
Pretty rough. I've got another one here.
Please.
This is by Kirby Fan 107.
Oh. I'm assuming that's Jack Kirby, the comic book artist.
Or it could be a fan of the Kirby character in Nintendo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be that.
So
We live in different worlds.
We do. I kind of want this person right in now. Kirby fan. Which fan of Kirby are you? Today I learned in 2007, the Russian company Rossiya broadcasted television footage showcasing the Russians planting a flag at the bottom of the ocean in the North Pole. A 13-year-old boy from Finland noticed some of the footage the station used was from the film Titanic. That's a bit... Oh, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Why were they planting this flag?
Because they didn't make it to the moon, mate.
Yeah, we're going the other direction.
Yeah.
We're going down.
And notice how neither of us have heard this story before, because nobody cares.
Yeah.
About putting a flag at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, is that them being like,
we own the world?
Ocean is Russia's now.
yeah. And we're like, okay, whatever, you can take it. Yeah, starting to feel real sorry for these Russians.
Yeah, probably getting eaten by whales down there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did they? Is the question, because it seems like they've faked a lot of this.
I think that if you're making a video of this event, it's mainly nothing. And so you need to spice it up a little bit.
Okay, right.
I'm hoping the scenes they included was like Leonardo and what's her face like dancing at the bottom where they're swinging around and stuff.
Did it say the year there?
Yeah, 2007.
2007.
It wasn't that long ago. I think maybe they were like, oh, you know what? Titanic was ages ago. Nobody will remember.
That's what I'm thinking, because that was 1997. That's only 10 years.
Yeah.
That's not long enough for people to have forgotten that film.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it was still the highest grossing film of all time. Avatar hadn't beaten it yet. So that's pretty ballsy to be like, people aren't going to remember Titanic, are they?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, they just go.
And they were thinking the actual event,
and
not the movie.
But so I was under the impression then that maybe they had tried to fake this and then been caught out by using fake footage. But then my thing was going to be that they really did go to the bottom of the ocean in '97 for Titanic. A lot of that footage is real that they filmed.
Yeah.
So that's not impressive to fake it. Yeah. You can do it 10 years ago.
Yeah. Just do it.
Yeah. Use the camera they used for Titanic.
It makes me wonder whether Russia really did send up the first astronaut into space.
Right. Sputnik, right?
Yeah. Maybe it's all a lie.
They certainly
can't trust these Russians.
Well, they certainly sent that dog. That seems right up their alley.
Yeah.
To have sent a dog into space, and then they're like, how are you going to get it back? And they're like, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, the Olympic drug scandal, all the Russians on drugs.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm not sure about this Russia company.
Did you...
Country.
Did you see the footage of Putin playing hockey? He was playing ice hockey, and he was skating around some little victory lap, and he didn't notice that there was a rug put down, and he trips on the rug and he falls down.
Oh.
And then there's footage of some American morning show being like, well, I wouldn't want to be the guy that put that rug down. I was like, yeah, because he's dead. Yeah. He's definitely dead.
Because Putin took off his skate and stabbed the guy to death.
He's been humiliated in public that's being broadcast. That guy that put down that rug is dead. They shot him into space with no way of getting him back.
Yeah, that's right. All possible.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that it is stories like this that sort of spawn conspiracy theories,
right?
In general,
yeah.
Because it's like they probably were padding it with stuff because they're like, well, we don't have that much.
Yeah, it's not that interesting.
It's not that interesting. Or like maybe some of the film got corrupted and they're like, oh, we're meant to be doing this like TV special or something. Like, oh crap, we can't. Like, it's going to be dumb if we literally have nothing.
Yeah.
So let's just add in a few scenes and hopefully it's fine. So I don't blame them.
I want them to have added in scenes that don't have anything to do with it, like the poker scene at the beginning of Titanic.
Yeah.
They showed that for a while. They're like, anyway, we're down there now.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that interlude.
Yeah. It's a good story, the Titanic.
Yeah. And also, we're suspicious of Russia.
Yeah.
As a general default.
Just as a rule now. this show. Be suspicious of Russia. Yeah. That's it, I reckon. Let's get into shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by SJMP 75020. Someone needs to remake Ignition by R. Kelly because it's a really good song, but he's a piece of shit. Also, I'm drunk at a wedding. It's very good.
Yeah.
They actually, there was actually a note on this. It originally got taken down, but then the moderator put it back up because he was like, I found it too funny. So,
So are they against drunk posting then?
I don't know. I think it didn't like conform to the rules. I mean, most moderators on subreddits are up on their high horse, I think, because they've got a little bit of power.
Yeah. We moderate our own subreddit though, and we are up on our high horse about that.
Oh yeah. Nobody can post in there if they're Russian. So,
so okay, there's two things here. What do you think about the idea of being able to separate the artist from the art? Like, let's take Michael Jackson as an example.
Yes.
He's been in the news a little bit recently because there's a documentary that was pretty damning about him, and people are saying, well, should you be playing his music on the radio? Can you enjoy his music anymore? And R. Kelly maybe falls into this category. Oh, I'd say definitely falls into this category.
Did he, can you remind me what R. Kelly was accused of?
Okay, so there was always rumors. In fact, there was a tape leaked. Oh, leaked is the wrong word. Of him urinating on an underage girl.
Oh.
This is quite a while ago.
Yeah.
So there was always that floating around.
Right, yeah.
But recently there was an 8-part...
How underage are we talking?
About 16 or so.
Okay, right, yeah. I mean, it's
look,
not good, but it's slightly better than I thought, like, I don't know, 8-year-old.
Well, it doesn't get better, though.
Think about that. The older somebody gets, the more okay it is to pee on them. It's not ever okay.
But
it's just more okay.
There is a point when if they're too old, it gets bad again.
Okay, you think it goes reverse?
Yeah,
no, I think
if you're peeing on a 7-year-old, you're like, leave them alone, R. Kelly. Wait, they've lived a whole life. They don't need this.
Yeah, okay.
But
they're probably like incontinent anyway, you know, when you're getting out there. So
there was a recent 8-part documentary called Surviving R. Kelly, in which dozens and dozens of women have come forward and saying that R. Kelly essentially kidnaps women and keeps them in his house, multiple women at a time, normally underage again, offering them like fame and fortune, and then kind of turning them into like sex slaves, for lack of a better word, but also kind of brainwashing them so they don't want to leave. And these are all stories from women that have been like, I was one of these women. And I was obsessed with R. Kelly. Like, I was in love with him, and now I'm realizing that what he was doing was like conditioning us. It's not great.
Right.
He also had a breakdown on TV just after it came out.
Yeah.
That's fascinating to watch because he's a man barely holding on to any kind of normality, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously lived in a bubble for quite a while. But yeah, abusing a lot of girls, normally underage. It's all very almost culty.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. That's creepy.
It's not great. Yeah.
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 Okay. But getting back to your point.
Can you separate, like, this guy seems to like Ignition.
Yeah.
Can you still listen to, Michael Jackson, or can you watch a Kevin Spacey movie?
I was going to say Kevin Spacey, right?
Yeah.
Because I've always thought he's a really brilliant actor. Like, I reckon, honestly, top sort of 5 that I rate as a top actor. Like, from American Beauty, actually, it was probably like the first time I saw him, and I just thought he was really good. And then obviously to more recent, like House of Cards, again, he just played a brilliant role, I thought. And so I was pretty upset about it, but I think he still is a brilliant actor. Like, I don't think you can take that away from him. But then it's about enjoying or...
the question is now, like, if you were to rewatch, say, 7, in which he turns up in the third act as quite a creepy guy.
Yeah.
When he comes on, would you go, or can you disconnect from that?
7's okay because he ends up getting his own in that. So
That's true.
yeah.
So
That's one of the very few Kevin Spacey films that you can watch and then be satisfied at the conclusion.
The other part of this, and this was actually a discussion I was having just yesterday, but we were having it about the musician Chris Brown, who maybe 10 years ago severely beat Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like really badly. And I was saying that I don't think he should still be able to produce music.
Yeah.
The fact that he is still releasing albums, and I think it was banned from Australia, actually, which I thought was kind of cool.
Right, yeah.
He tried to tour here, and they're like, nope. No. You don't get to do that and come back.
No, thank you. Also, no Russians.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's our rule. Sorry. I hope Putin doesn't find our episode.
If we're not on next week, we've been killed. Yeah, I don't think he should still be able to produce music. I think you've done something horrendous and you should pay for it. And your penance is you're a musician, well, you can't release music anymore. And R. Kelly, I think, should be the same.
Yeah.
I do think you can have a separation of artist and art. I think at one point it does evolve beyond it. Like, I've always thought that Michael Jackson was probably guilty.
Right, yeah. Okay.
And I don't think it's necessarily, I think he had an incredibly messed up childhood, and there was no way he's ever going to come out normal.
Yeah.
So I was taking.
It's like pretty much everyone who is doing some weird fucked up shit, like all pedophiles and stuff. Nobody's ever had a normal life and then become a pedophile. Mm-hmm. It's like all of them, in every case, has had something mentally effed up with them. Not that it's right, but that's just like
that being said, like
reality.
So I've always kind of thought that he was probably guilty. And then I watched the documentary, and while there's no particularly hard evidence, I do think, you should probably believe victims generally as a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
But that being said, if Billie Jean comes on, I still think it's a good song.
Yeah.
So, I don't necessarily endorse the person, but I think you can still appreciate something.
Still appreciate their music or their artistry.
Yeah. But just, you know what? Just never pay for it. Just stream it.
But are you saying, though... Like, okay, let's use Kevin Spacey, because obviously Michael Jackson, I don't know whether you knew this, he's not alive anymore. But Kevin Spacey does another TV show. And then you're like, and it's really good.
Right.
But you're like, should I appreciate this now? Because it's like,
I think I'd have a hard time with that.
I can appreciate all his old work. Sort of, because you didn't know, right?
Yeah, but I'm only saying that because he was saying the song Ignition, which is quite an old song.
Yeah.
In retrospect, he can't enjoy anymore.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying, like, but then it means that if he does anything in the future that is good, theoretically you should be able to...
But weirdly, I think I would have a problem with it. And I can't explain that
so then
weird
I think
dichotomy.
I agree with you. Like, I think you can appreciate the old music, but if they do anything new, even though it's like pretty much the same, they've been the same person the whole time.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I wonder why that is. Maybe we're fundamentally flawed as people.
Yeah, it's the hiccups thing all over again. Okay, I've got another one here. Okay, this is by Platano Power. Platano Power 8. Nothing is stopping us as a society from replacing regular bread with garlic bread when we make sandwiches.
I think that would be flying too close to the sun.
That's ridiculous. I love garlic bread.
Me too.
There's
but
no way I can have it.
I think your enjoyment of garlic bread is in its rarity.
Yeah.
If you're having it every single day and replacing normal bread with it, it just becomes normal bread for you.
Exactly.
And then what's your special treat when you go out for an Italian?
This guy's on the
hook. Cheesy garlic.
Oh, cheesy garlic. Oh, no. You know what? That's right. Yeah.
We forgot about cheesy garlic.
Forgot about the cheese. Yep, let's do it.
No, I think that something, like things are sometimes beautiful because they don't last, like a flower.
Yeah.
And garlic bread is in that category of it is so special because it is only on a special occasion that you have garlic bread.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I agree with that. I think it's interesting the way it's phrased too. I feel like he's thought for such a long time
that there was something
society
in society
was stopping him from
Like,
doing
he
it.
was
He's
gonna-
like, guys, do you realize?
He's gonna kind of like look left to right, get the garlic bread out of the oven, and start like buttering it with like peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then the door would be kicked in, and the thought police come in. They're like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
You knew society was all about this."
Yeah, that's right. Well, to jail with you.
For 100 years. It's
Yeah.
a pretty severe one, this one.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I also like to think he was buttering his garlic bread as a sandwich, looked at the door and nothing happened, and he's like,
oh,
huh.
I must put this on Reddit. I have another one here.
Sure.
The other week, actually, we had a zombie-related one about mosquitoes. Nobody ever thinks about mosquitoes, right? And that made me shit scared.
Yeah, you did.
Right? If zombie apocalypse happens. This one, it's made me far more okay with it.
Okay.
This is by A.J. McCarran. Every zombie movie or show assumes that zombies would never attack each other.
Okay, interesting.
They could just attack each other.
And then
It's like solves our problem.
But then the problem with this is eventually you're going to get down to just one zombie.
Yeah, they shoot him.
But that'll be the best zombie.
Oh, it'd be so good.
That'll be zombie prime.
It'd be really tank and like really fast.
Yeah.
Just runs up to you and rips off your head.
It's really a quantity over quality
my
equation.
God.
Do you want a bigger quantity of
Or-
worse zombies
yeah.
or just one awesome zombie?
yeah. Or I mean, it's right. It could be like the strength, but maybe the reason why that last zombie is left is because it's built just a tiny bit of intelligence. You know, we always think that zombies are dumb, but what if there's some can remain intelligent? And so potentially the last one standing either can use a gun. It's a horrifying concept.
Yeah.
Or has convinced the other zombies that the non-zombies are the ones that they should be going after. Because, you know, they shouldn't like attack each other.
The
It's
last
like
thing we need is a zombie union. I'll
a
tell you that
zombie
much.
union. That's the worst. So,
But I'm saying because it would be zombie prime,
yeah.
and he is zombie above all others. What if you're out in the street and you're like, oh God, there he is, and then suddenly he flies.
Oh,
You're like,
no.
oh no, he's God.
Oh.
We didn't think that maybe they'd evolve.
They could evolve as well. Oh, we're doomed again.
Yeah, so I bought this
up because I thought we were safe, Cambo.
not to bring you back down.
No, you know what? I appreciate it. I
No,
want to know
it's-
these
yeah,
things
yeah,
before
yeah.
the zombie apocalypse
It'll
happens.
let us survive that 20 minutes longer
Yeah.
in the zombie apocalypse.
Before Zombie Prime comes and kicks in our door.
Fred just pick the lock with his intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. This I'm gonna do two more.
Okay.
This one is by Ikozy. If girls only had sex with guys with big dicks, guys would eventually evolve to only have big dicks.
That's true, I guess.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And shut the fuck up about it. Okay. Ikozy,
hey.
I don't know if you are a guy with a big dick.
Yeah, Reddit in general. Shut up.
Shut up about it.
Shut up.
Shut up. I know earlier in the episode, I said I had a massive wang. I was just compensating for my
And
average
this-
sized penis.
Look,
I mean above
look,
average.
look,
I'm going to be real with you.
Ladies, I'm going to let you into a secret that I don't reckon you guys know. But sometimes when a man suggests he has a big penis, in fact,
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Cambo, I don't know if we should release this. This episode
maybe
anymore.
Maybe we should shut up.
Maybe we should shut up about it. Okay, I have one last one. I think you like this one, Cambo. This is by Bread Acquirer.
Okay.
There's like 7 billion boobs. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
I
so.
bet you've never thought about that before, though, have you?
No.
7 billion boobs. It's a lot of boobs.
Well, do you count boobs individually or as a set?
I think he's saying
Because he's counting them individually.
I'm guessing. Because what's the population of the world? So he's saying that
Yeah, because
So
it's about
maybe
7 billion in the world, but obviously they're coming first.
3.5
Yeah, yeah.
is female.
Yeah.
Times by 2.
Yeah, yeah.
I've done the maths. 7 billion boobs.
Yeah. But I would suggest that boobs come in pairs.
Right, so you only think 3.5 billion boobs. No,
yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But if you're going to see one of those boobs, you're seeing two of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could... If it's like just a...
Yeah, no, I mean, he's not wrong. There is 7 billion boobs.
7 billion boobs. Yeah. You know what's annoying, though?
What?
3.5 billion dicks.
Oh, no. Hey, shut up about it.
Shut up about it. Anyway, let's get into podnapping.
Oh my God! I'm being podnapped!
Podnapping.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We steal a topic of conversation or a segment from another podcast. Quick update, actually.
Sure.
I should have done this before the show, but last week we podnapped. You podnapped.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you in the deep end.
Welcome to Patchwork.
Welcome to Patchwork.
Yep.
And they found out about it because I tagged them and I said we did it.
Well, mystery solved how they found out about it.
Yeah. And he said that...
so we got a response from Patchwork.
I was messaging Josh, who's from Welcome to Patchwork.
Sure.
And he said, "What is that podnap thing?" He didn't even listen, obviously. And
we play D&D with him quite often.
Yeah. I told him, we stole this thing, blah, blah, blah. And he says, "Oh, great. We had no idea what it was, but you're fucked for stealing our content, mate. We're all going to bash you."
Okay.
So if you we could live stream it. Podcast v podcast.
Do you
want
to
of the
see...
guys? I don't know whether you know the other podcasters very well,
so,
but one of the other guys, Dion.
Yeah,
I reckon we could take him pretty easily.
But do people want to see a live stream of Reddit on Reddit v Welcome to Patchwork?
Yeah, just beating on each other.
It does meet our standards of being something that shouldn't be live streamed.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Tick that box.
Yeah.
But I'm for it.
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to slip in a gun.
The Godfather style. Put it like the back of a cubicle strapped onto the thing.
Yeah.
Stop the fight for a moment. I must urinate. And then we'll look at each other like, all right.
No, I was thinking Die Hard style, strapped to the back of between my shoulder blades. And I pretend to give up at one point. And then blam, blam!
The only problem with that is if one of them, let's say Dion, punches you in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And then the gun goes off.
Okay, yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to avoid being punched in the back.
I think, this is what happens. Is we start the fight, and I say, "Okay, Cambo, you just fight them."
Yeah, right.
And if you start doing poorly, I'll bring out the gun.
I'm what you call fodder. Or we could start the fight back to back, as if that was our defensive style. But really, we're protecting the gun. And the good thing is, it's confirmed that Patchwork don't listen.
We get.
So they'll be none the wiser about our secret gun attack.
That's right. Anyway,
I think fighting has led us very brilliantly into the podnapping for this week.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. We actually got an email in from Luke, and he said, "Hearing that you gentlemen are low on podnapping segments / topics, I decided to contribute. From the Weekly Planet's latest Versus episode, could you beat Batman in a fight if you had 1,000 years of preparation time? Rules / specifications. You have a clock counting down to the exact second he'll appear. You will not age from your current state. He will appear somewhere in Melbourne with your name, address, photo, etc. You can read / watch Batman material in preparation. You don't know which version of Batman it will be."
Okay, right.
I think that the final line is
because if we get 66 Adam West Batman, not a problem.
I was thinking Batman from the future.
But I'm saying that we could take Adam West Batman, no problem.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. He's just kind of like a skinny guy in a velvet suit.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't really do much.
Yeah. So this is what I think about this situation.
Yeah.
And something I think.
Wait, have you listened to this? Do you have an advantage? You listen, haven't you?
I will. I don't. I'll be honest. I don't remember. I do listen to the Weekly Planet, but I don't really remember this episode.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, Cambo. But if you come up with a really good idea, I'm gonna know you stole it.
I'm gonna come up with something that I don't think that the Weekly Planet guys considered, which is there's nothing in the rules that say we can't take us out with him.
Oh.
And in this way, I think we can guarantee our victory. Oh. If we've got 1,000 years, we just rig this place up to blow.
Oh.
And because we know the moment he's arriving, there's a countdown clock, trigger in hand, Nelson.
I've already thought of a problem with your plan.
Go on.
He's a detective, Cambo. You think he's just going to find out where we are, rock up, and just walk in?
But if
he's going to do his research, Cambo. He's going to investigate.
Do we know the time and the place he's arriving, or just the time he's arriving?
No, it says he just arrives at he will appear somewhere in Melbourne with your name, address, photo, etc. So he's not close to you.
We've got 1,000 years, Nelson. We can rig all of Melbourne.
Okay. Oh,
and
didn't
again,
think about that.
With the second he's meant to appear, leave it 1 second
just
for error.
Yeah.
Man, this sucker's going up.
Oh.
And he's going to appear on Batman Avenue. If he's appearing anywhere in Melbourne, he's appearing in Batman Avenue. Yeah. He loves a bat-themed thing. The Batmobile, the Batwing, Batman Avenue. So I think we could very, make an educated guess that that's where he's going. But I say we rig 1,000 years, Nelson. That's so much time to rig up a city to blow.
I think this is what's going to happen. We start rigging Melbourne. Then somebody realizes that we're planting explosives everywhere.
I don't see how, but go on.
We go to jail for a lifetime sentence. They realize that we can't die, so the lifetime sentence is extended to infinity. Yeah. And then we're just in jail. And then he comes in and.
But here's the trick: we've rigged up the jail. That's the first thing that we rig up, knowing that eventually.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The jail.
Oh boy, that's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I did not think about that.
This is a wrinkle in my plan of just mass murder for the sake. Because what this is this is just a scorched earth approach to killing Batman.
Yeah.
Like in 1,000 years, we could get our hands on a nuke for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably.
See? Yeah. I mean, Batman's good, but he's not better than a nuke.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I mean, he was brought down by his mother's name. A nuke is way worse.
We already know his mother's name. Oh, this is going to be so easy.
But he said we don't know what version. That's really only the Ben Affleck version.
Yeah, that's right. I actually think, to be honest, this would be way easier than it seems.
Yeah.
Like, normally in the cartoons and stuff, there's, or any sort of media, the villain has like some sort of weakness, like emotion or something. Like, if Harley Quinn has the drop on him, there's been times where he kind of manipulates her to be like, oh, the Joker doesn't even love you, you know? Yeah. That's her downfall. Yeah. So let's not get emotionally attached to anyone.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah, good. Hang on, I got to send a text.
Yeah. Hey, babes, just preparing for the Batman thing. See you never. I mean, she won't last 1,000 years. So
that's true. Yeah. I got to cancel a text.
Yeah. Oh, no, babe, I'm so sorry. I forgot that you'd be dead by now.
But here's the thing. Because the whole thing is Batman is unbeatable given enough prep time. Yeah. But does he also have 1,000 years to prepare, or is he dropped in not knowing? Because if we get him with no prep time,
yeah, well, that's what I think. I mean, like, he could potentially have as much prep time as he feels like he needs. Like I'm saying, he's a detective. He investigates, right? He's like, okay, I got to kill these people.
Yeah.
But he might take another 1,000 years.
If we get comic book Batman, we're okay because he doesn't kill.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Most of the time he doesn't. Well, unless it's the Ben Affleck one. And then Mother's Name.
Oh, that's true. Well, I mean, the Christian Bale one, for me, he thinks he doesn't kill. But remember that scene in Batman Begins where like, I'm not going to kill you, but I'm not going to save you. And he just leaves him to die in that horrible fire. I'm like, in a way, you've killed him, though, haven't you?
Killed him.
And it's weird that you've justified that to yourself.
We've already discussed at the beginning of this episode, if he didn't know about it, and you do, murder.
Yeah. It's like, the 3 laws of robotics that are supposed to be like foolproof.
Yeah.
We have the 3 laws of murder / suicide.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've stood the test here.
Yeah.
He knew that he wasn't going to save Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
But Ra's al Ghul didn't know that. Therefore, it is murder. Yeah.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just won't get ourselves in a compromising position, obviously.
Yeah, and I think it also depends. The version of Batman is very important because comic book Batman won't kill us. Affleck will, but we know we got his mother's name.
Yeah.
Christian Bale might be the outlier here because he'll just kill willy-nilly and then not think he's killing. Yeah. So that's fine. But if we get any of the Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, or George Clooney Batmans, I know for a fact they couldn't turn their head in the suit. Sneak up behind him.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. They're easy enough. And as we said, Adam West, that's a joke.
Yeah. That's easy.
Yeah.
And definitely guns, right?
I
feel like
so many armor-piercing guns.
Armor-piercing bullets is all you need to take down Batman, or aim for the mouth. Stop shooting him in the chest for so long. When he's down on the ground, because you've hopefully killed him because you shot him in the fucking mouth.
Keep shooting.
Don't go to take off the mask.
Yeah.
That's a rookie move. Throw a
hand
C4
grenade
charge on his body. Blow that up to smithereens.
And then send in some kind of robotic probe.
Yeah.
To take off the mask. Like the bomb disposal units have?
Yeah.
Send one of them in. Because if he is alive and he gets that, well, lucky I'm back here. Let's keep shooting him some
behind
more.
This blast roof. Also, do we know that... I mean, presumably we know he's Bruce Wayne. Normally,
that's true.
The reason why superheroes keep a secret identity is so that we can't exploit their loved ones.
Yeah, we'll exploit their loved ones.
Let's get to Alfred and everybody he loves and kill them.
That's true. And what we'll do in the 1,000 years is we'll start a campaign to be like, by the way, Batman is Bruce Wayne. And in 1,000 years' time, if he does get us, everyone will be like, Bruce Wayne, why'd you do that? He's like, oh no!
Yeah.
Everyone in the world knows who I am.
Yeah.
Think of my loved ones.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Also, we could go, I know it's a different universe, okay? Don't get angry on me. But we could do like a Lex Luthor approach where we try to become president.
That's the same universe.
And then, it is. Well, it's not the same for the same villain for this hero. There's Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor's in Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not like...
Yeah, he's the arch nemesis of Superman generally. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, but we could become
president
of the world.
Yep.
It's 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So obviously, the world would progress.
Electing us.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, why should you be in charge? And you'll be like, well, this is a photo of us from nearly 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
You'll notice we're the same.
Yeah. And they say wisdom comes with age.
Yeah.
So, also, by the way, if Batman turns up, he's a baddie.
Yeah. Scorch the earth.
Yeah. So... just many approaches. It's
I reckon we can take him.
So easy. We can take him so much.
But
I even think if I had 1,000 years to prepare, Batman didn't have 1,000 years to get his martial arts stuff going. So we could actually just try and train.
That's true.
I mean, we wouldn't for the first 700 years.
Well, even if we just dedicated 100 years to it, that's pretty decent.
And then we've lived for 1,000 years, We might want to die by the end of the 1,000 years. We've seen everything.
I think the important thing to note to be able to take him out is to not be afraid to take us out too. We've lived 1,000 years. We've had a good life. We'll take him out if we need to.
Kamikaze that shit. Anyway, thanks for writing in, Luke.
Yeah, thank you.
I also appreciate it more so when you write in when it's my week for podnapping and not campus. Don't write in next week if you have another one. But the week after,
write it again.
I actually do have one prepared in the back pocket.
Oh, good.
But I obviously want to only use that as a last resort.
Because you don't have any more after this.
Yeah. Okay, but now it's time for the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener Luke, who already did, could write in and ask us anything you want.
So, do you have a preference to which one you want to read here, Nelson? Because I know one has questions in it.
Well, okay. So I think maybe you should read the first one.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
Yeah, because I actually tried to avoid looking at this.
Oh,
I think
right,
I
great.
saw the first one,
Okay. Sure.
but I don't think I saw all the rest of them.
Okay. Well, if Nelson's freakishly good at this, he's lied.
Yeah.
So this is from Hazim. It says, subject, I don't know. Does anyone care what the subject is? That's a good point.
Yeah.
My good
We
sirs. Will we allow my good sirs? It's very formal. And I'm leaning towards...
I'll accept
Because it is a little bit regal.
Yeah.
That's all we want is
It's fine.
our ego stroked.
Yeah.
When people are just like, hey, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
You think we are?
I will also accept to whom it may concern.
No, that's worse.
No, just because it's so formal that I'm like, okay.
Okay, I still feel it's like they're not acknowledging us.
Oh,
It's like you know who it's concerning. That's kind of like I know I'm directing this to you, but I'm going to pretend I don't know you.
You know who would write into whom it may concern? Patchwork.
Yeah.
They don't know who's on this show. So, first off, wasn't it just like 2 episodes ago that you said that you did this show for yourselves and you didn't care about the listeners, and even if there were any? Now, it's all of a sudden about us. Pick a side, you cowards. It's not rocket surgery after all.
Well,
No, it's a fair point. Look, we also don't claim to ever hold to our own opinions.
yeah.
They will change at the drop of a hat.
Is this fact checking? Is this sort of fact checking?
It's fact checking tarted up to look like a joke.
Oh, Hazim. I don't know, mate.
Okay, well-
I think you've gone past the line here.
Thanks to Amanda for the suggestion. I looked up lyrebirds and now I'm excited to see some in person. We didn't tell you about lyrebirds is they do pack heat. So they will shoot you.
Yeah,
Just
shoot
like-
them first.
Yeah.
If you see one.
It's funny you should mention it because prior to this episode, I got inspired and brought some face masks last week. Did it last night for the first time, and my dudes, I've been creepily touching my own face all day. That is kind of creepy. I feel like I've reversed a decade of skin damage in a day. Party pies and face masks it is. The manliest of activities.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I just listened to a new podcast to me. Whoa. Whoa.
Probably don't do that.
Because here's the thing.
Actually, same with Luke. Why are we listening to other podcasts? Oh, you can do it once.
The more podcasts you listen to,
Yeah.
the worse you will realize we are.
But we do all podcasts. We do the Podnapping segment.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are all podcasts. You don't need to listen to anything else.
It's called Hey Riddle Riddle. And so what you should have done is found out that exists, sent it to us.
Yeah.
We'll vet it.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Which I guess we're about to do now, where they pose riddles to each other and attempt to solve them. So I thought I'd post some riddles, and I found on the Googles.
Also, I'm just going to cut you off. Mm-hmm. Hazim, if you are a loyal listener, you would know that we've already podnapped them.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
podcast.
That's true.
So, showing all your cards. That's all I'm saying.
You know what, Hazim? I'm for it because, like us, you don't do too much research, and for that reason, fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw some riddles to you, and you think maybe you saw the first two.
I think I maybe saw the first one or two.
Okay. This one I'd actually heard before. Who makes it has no need for it.
Yeah.
Who buys it has no use for it. The user can neither see nor feel it. What is it, Nelson?
Wait, I'm not sure. Because
Who makes it has no need for it. Who buys it has no use for it. Who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What is it?
I think it's coffin.
Yes.
Which I did see the answer before, so I'm not that intelligent, obviously.
Yeah.
But the last one, you could definitely see and feel your own coffin before
Prior to your death.
Yeah, yeah.
I also think this negates people that build their own coffins.
Yeah, that's right. There's a whole subsection of people that this riddle does not apply to.
But that one was spoiled by your peeking eyes.
Oh, yes.
What has a head, a tail, but no body?
A coin?
Yeah, a coin. That's
Oh, got it.
right. I'm talk when I'm young and short when I'm old. What am I?
What? Can you say that again?
It says talk, but I think it's a spelling error.
Right.
I'm going to say I'm tall when I'm young and short when I'm old. What am I? I'm tall when I'm young. I'm short when I'm old. What am I? Can I give you a hint?
Possibly.
That
yeah.
we've mentioned this item in this podcast.
Oh, a satellite.
You're very close. Do you want me to tell you? I'll read it once more. I'm tall when I'm young and short when I'm old. What am I?
Okay, I think you're gonna. Aside from I don't want you to know. It's killing me inside.
Okay, good.
Because when I hear riddles, I have to get them.
Oh,
but I know that
I
dead air for a real long time.
I give up on riddles
real
easy.
Yeah. I think that's what happened last time when I podded up riddle, and you were just like, I don't know what it is. Okay, I give it.
It's a candle, Nelson.
Yeah, shit answer,
Yeah.
whatever.
And this is the last one. What has an eye but can't see? He's actually given us two answers, what it is and then what he would have thought it was, which actually still works.
I thought the letter, or any word with a letter I in it.
Well, that also works technically, but this is spelled E-Y-E, so it is I.
Oh, okay.
Of, yeah.
What has... sorry, say that again.
What has an eye but can't see?
I don't know. We say there's eyes. I'm trying to think. Oh, I think a potato has eyes.
Does it?
Yeah. I think some of those little nodules are called eyes.
Oh, really? No, that's...
Is that weird? That's my own answer.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's true, though. I think that's true. Unless I just made that shit up in my head right now.
Okay.
There's lots of things that have eyes.
Well, this is the thing, yeah.
If I had enough time.
The answer is a needle.
Okay.
Which works. There's an eye of a needle. But Hazim said he would have guessed storm, which also works.
Eye of storm, yeah.
So that's the thing about some
better.
riddles, I think. There is a vagity to them that sometimes more than one. And if indeed that thing is on a potato is an eye, that also works.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, later and thanks for the laughs. He also adds an FYI, which is on a letter, Hazim, it's a PS.
Oh my God.
Lattes and flat whites are definitely not just Australian. You can both...
Oh, no. This is a separate email altogether, just by the way.
Okay, well, I'm going to add it here.
Yeah.
You can get both anywhere here. Starbucks carries flat whites. Get off your Melbourne coffee. High horses. Now, I will admit to this. I was basing this off an experience that I had with a friend in a coffee shop in America. So maybe that was just ignorance to it. Yeah. That was just my personal experience which my friend said, "Can I get a flat white?" And they're like, "What?"
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe that's just a bad coffee shop.
This is what I want to say. Mm-hmm. Hazim, in America, you have lattes and flat whites.
Oh no, he's got back on the high horse.
Melbourne, we have lattes, we have flat whites. Okay, so you'll understand when you get here. So we got another email in.
Yeah.
And Cambo, you claim to care for the listener.
I do.
But you haven't in this scenario.
Oh, no.
Let me read this
okay.
to you all listeners. So just so you know that Cambo is the real villain of the show. He just pretends not to be. That's the worst kind of villain. You want somebody like the Joker that's I'm definitely the villain, right? So AKA me, right? So you know that it's coming. Unlike Lex Luthor, who pretends to be the nice guy, but he's the villain. And nobody knows.
Yeah.
So just think about that.
Okay.
Says, hey, Nelson, I'm Micah. Also, I'm assuming I'm talking to Nelson because we all know who's the brains of the operation. So if you're Cambo, stop reading.
What the fuck?
Also, I know I can fact check you.
Do you know, can I admit something to you?
Yeah.
I opened this email and stopped reading.
You did not.
I did.
This was going to be my whole point. He said, you even mentioned to me the other day that at the end of his email, you said,
yeah, you're right.
You read it all. Yeah. You read it all.
I must have gone back to it.
That's why I'm saying you're the villain.
Yeah.
You're the worst person. You could have stopped reading, but you kept reading.
Yeah.
Because you're a villain.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to continue.
At most, I definitely skimmed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
We
you're
all
right.
skim.
I definitely did go back to it.
Yeah.
You're right.
So you've kind of ruined this segment.
Okay, well, go on.
But we're going to go into it anyway. He said, also, I know I think this can't fact check you, but in your last podcast...
Well, hang on.
It sounds like you're about to fact check us. He said, Texas is definitely not stretching into the middle of America. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You said that. I said, yep, sure. And then we continued.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if they have these terms in Australia, but here are some more random modern America slang.
Okay.
So look, I'll give it to you just in case maybe you didn't.
See, this is what I think I skimmed over.
You skimmed over, yeah. Okay. So how about this one? Finner.
Finner?
Yeah.
As in Finner?
Finna.
Finner. I have no idea.
It means gonna. Example, I'm finna do something.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's brand new to me.
Okay.
From Middle America, Texas.
Yeah. Here's another one. Slime.
Slime. Is that like someone that's a scumbag?
No, it's
okay.
It's a word.
Is it
for
gunner
like,
again?
It's a word for like babe or girlfriend. Example, that's my slime. I think maybe
real?
Micah has been called slime before.
He's like, why, thank you very much.
I love you too, babe.
Who's that slime you got on your arm? Oh, is this a new thing we're doing?
Yeah, okay.
Micah, I just want you to question your friends. That's all we're saying.
That's right. Look, it might be true. Yeah, it might be true. It might be true. Anyway, here's another one. Zoinked.
Zoinked.
Yeah.
It seems like a very immature way to talk about sex. Like I zoinked someone.
No, it means really high. I'm zoinked out right now.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. It makes more sense than thinner. Or slime, which seems like an insult.
Yeah.
Is slime meant to be slightly derogatory, like when you say the wife is the old ball and chain?
Maybe, yeah, I guess
okay.
so, yeah. Ion, but I'm going to say that I think it's like ion.
Okay, right. Okay. So it's not like an eon, which is a period of time.
This is ION.
Is it like a confused, like, I'm not sure? Because that's just how you've said it, so that's what I'm taking.
Yeah, well, it means I don't. Oh, yeah, so you could say, I don't know, to be honest.
Okay, that just seems like a colloquial.
It's kind of like, yeah.
Like how we say sometimes Australia is said Straya.
Yeah.
But that's not technically a word, that's just how we pronounce things sometimes.
Yeah.
It's more of that. Okay.
No. Yeah, I see. Anyway, steezy.
Steezy. That I don't know. It sounds cheap to me. Like if someone's steezy.
It's usually associated with skateboarding term that means with style.
Oh.
Example: that nose slide was steezy.
Wow.
Or that outfit is steezy.
Are these common?
I reckon I've heard steezy before.
Okay.
Actually. But like, it seems like a 90s thing to me. I mean, skateboarding. So that was 90s. Tap that.
To have sex with? You would like to tap that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That one I've heard.
We know that one.
Yeah.
He's just throwing in real ones every now and again. Throw us off. No pot to piss in.
You don't have any, like you don't have anything, or you don't have any money.
Yes, broke or
yeah.
homeless.
Yeah.
Example: he was raised with no pot to piss in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes up occasionally in Australian slang. Scrap.
Well, I mean that is into like you can scrap plans, which means you cancel something.
No,
is it like that?
No, I think,
or is it just
because
the definition
I think
of the word
less
scrap, which is
slang.
like leftover things?
No, because those are literal definitions. Yeah. It means to get in a fight, which I think we would use sometimes.
Well, we use scrape.
You can get into a scrap. You can get into scrap.
Okay.
I don't think scrape as much. I think scrape is like that was close.
I disagree with you.
Okay, right in.
Okay,
if I'm right.
Okay,
right.
You can have a scrap and get into a scrape, I guess. Yeah, okay. That's how I would define them.
Okay. Square up.
To pay something, like you square up like a bill.
No.
Or is it a fight?
It's a fight.
Yeah. Is it really? Okay, yeah.
You want to square up, bruh?
Yeah, we'll have a scrap.
Yeah. We'll have a scrap.
All these are fighting.
Ratchet.
Ratchet?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know what the tool is. A ratchet.
It's disgusting or like sexually disgusting.
Okay. If something's
Example, he is ratchet. I think I've sort of maybe heard that before a little bit. Okay, basic girl.
I mean, this seems similar to a basic bitch, which is someone that's like, how would you describe basic? Someone that is like the standard, like there's nothing impressive about them.
Okay, yeah. He wrote, someone who is really, really white, like like Starbucks and hand Ugg boots with leggings. Oh my God, Brittany, what the hell?
Yeah. Okay, well, I feel like I got that.
And the example is, she is so basic, I can't even. Yeah. that was a good example. Thought.
Thought.
Mm-hmm.
THOT.
Yep.
It's to do with like sexual attraction, is it not? Like something like it's like a no.
It stands for that hoe over there.
Okay.
And is a stereotype for a hoe or a basic girl that'll sleep with anyone.
Oh, okay.
She's a thought.
Okay.
So it's
derogatory.
Yep.
Okay. I was in the right like field with sexual attraction, I suppose.
Okay.
But not quite.
Yeah.
But I didn't nail it like a thought.
like a thought. Or like a fuck boy.
Okay, well, a fuckboy is someone that plays girls, and I think they're all that, but they're really just a fuckboy.
That is a good.
How is he spelt?
I like.
How's he spelt fuckboy?
How do you think he spelt it?
Well, because I believe the correct way is FUCCBOI. I'm basing this off.
He's done CKBOI.
Okay, I'm basing this off. There's a song by Australian comedy group Auntie Donna, and there's a contention in that song about how you spell it.
Okay, yeah.
And the result seems to be that it's actually not K like people think it is. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong because I'm basing it off a comedy song.
Because you're a basic bitch.
Yeah.
Or something.
I'm a real
I think I'm getting
fuckboy.
confused. E-girl or e-boy?
E-girl or e-boy?
Yeah.
Some kind of internet person? I don't know.
Someone who is a subcategory of emo.
Oh,
Example,
okay.
she is always so sad and goth, she must be an e-girl.
Huh.
That's interesing.
Why wouldn't you
I've
just say
never
emo?
heard it. Yeah. It's not that.
Because emo,
Wait. We're giving crap to the other country's language when we admitted that Australia shortens everything to the smallest degree.
But emo is quite an efficient word and not gender specific. And it seems like e-girl and e-boy is just as difficult to say, but then you're dividing it. It seems less efficient. And as Australians, we love an efficiency in a word.
Okay. That's true. Take him to court, Cambo.
Yep.
In my feels.
In the feels, it's like when something upsets you, it hits you in the feels.
Yep. He's always in his feels. Actually, I haven't heard it in that way, in that example. But I like, it's like, oh, that got me in the feels.
Yeah.
I've heard it like that, yeah. Okay. Feeling some kind of way.
Is that like you're getting feelings for someone? Like you're feeling some kind of way about this person?
Okay.
Like they're hitting you in the emotional, romantic feels?
Not quite romantic. Sort of. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe in some contexts.
Okay.
He said, a weird, indescribable feeling. Example, I don't know if this is making me sad or happy, but I definitely feel some kind of way.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't really correct, was I?
But that's it. Then he ends with, that's all I'm going to write because this probably is already too long. And Cambo, you're my favorite because Nelson is obviously the villain of the show.
What a twist.
But that's why Cambo is the worst, because I'm obviously the villain. Because Cambo is a villain. He just doesn't seem like it. He read your email. You told him to stop.
To be fair, I skimmed over the bit that I thought would be content worthy.
Yeah, okay.
And in a way, isn't that what he arrested?
Yeah, I think so. Well, Superman speed reads. I mean, he's not really taking that all in, is he?
Guy's such a fucking idiot. What does he need those glasses for?
But thank you, Mike, for writing in because I think those ones were a lot better than the ones that I found online, which we knew the majority of. A lot of these ones we didn't know. So thank you for writing those in. They're really good.
I'm going to try and slip them into average conversation. I'm going to call my girlfriend Slime tomorrow.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
I'm going to call her a thought.
I anticipate a fight.
You're like, no, you're my slime. But so thank you for writing in, Micah and Hazim.
Yeah.
If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast @gmail.com. You can also reach us at Facebook, at Twitter, and our subreddit.
Though we're very strict on that.
They're all READIT podcast. Can't be Russian.
The email is fine.
Yeah.
It's harder to tell.
Yeah. We go.
What are we going to do? Monitor them?
But we'll know on Reddit because your username is probably Sputnik or something. And I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and also rate the show and tell a friend. Have you told a friend recently, Kembe?
Can I tell you? I really can't get into too much detail. I can tell you after the show, but I am cooking up something that I think will be pretty good. I can't get into it, but I think it'll be pretty good.
I spoke to a friend last night, and he said I brought up the podcast, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've listened to it a couple of times," and he was like, "You know, he's like, oh yeah, I think it's there's parts that I definitely laughed out loud at. It's funny, but." I think you could, like, if you just, like, edit it down.
Whoa. Who was this?
Not a friend anymore.
Well, it certainly wasn't Patchwork. We know that for sure.
Yeah, that's right. But thanks for listening, and we will read you later.